Okay, last time we have discussed how to construct the face portrait using a numerical method, right? This time what we do is we will use our qualitative argument, so like our geometric intuition, and then based on that we will try to construct the face portrait. If not exact, somehow we will understand how it is going to be. Okay, so that's what we are going to do in this video. So in order to do that, the first thing we need to know is where is the equilibrium point, or is there any equilibrium point. Okay, so at equilibrium we know that both x dot and y naught has to vanish. Okay, so we know y dot from this equation, we know y dot will vanish when y is equal to 0, right? So for any other y value, y dot will not be 0, so y has to be 0 at equilibrium point. And if I substitute that value, which is 0, over here and equate x dot to 0, that will provide me x is equal to -1. Okay, so my equilibrium point is -1, 0, and that is the only one solution. So remember, for non-linear system, okay, there is a possibility that we can have no fixed point, or one fixed point, or two fixed point. So it's not like a linear system that we will have only one fixed point and that's at the origin. Okay, fine. So we have got the fixed point. Now from this, can we say what kind of fixed point that is? So let's try to understand what kind of fixed point that is. If we see, if we give a little disturbance from this point along the x-axis, okay, so if we give a little disturbance along the x-axis, then what do we get? Okay, but maybe before that, let's try to give a little disturbance along y-axis, because this doesn't have the dependence on x. So say at this point I am giving a little disturbance along the y-axis, and from this equation we could say that it will come back towards y equal to 0, right? Fine. And how about x? If so, say my y, the initial point is very close to y, so I can approximate this e to the power of minus y as 1. Okay, so at that time I could approximate this entire equation into x dot is equal to x plus 1. Okay, and now if we see, if I give a little disturbance along the x, from this equation we could see that it will not come back, it will go away exponentially. Okay, and therefore it's not stable. Okay, it's not a stable fixed point. It seems like an unstable fixed point, but at the same time maybe since it's attracting towards, so there must be some line, I believe it will be attracting towards the fixed point. So I think it will be a saddle node. But anyway, let's discuss those things further. But what we are going to do is, in order to construct the face portrait, we are going to use something called null clines. Okay, so what is this null cline? it is nothing but the two lines, okay, where one of the line which represents x dot equal to 0 and another line which represents y dot equal to 0. So basically what we are going to do is x dot equal to 0, which means x plus e to the power of minus y is equal to 0. So that's one line, and then another line is minus y is equal to 0. That's another line. So those two lines are known as null lines. Okay, so the first thing is we are going to construct that null line. So where this line is one null line and this line is another null line, where this line represents x dot equal to 0 and this line represents y dot is equal to 0. Okay, so let's assume that right now we have only this line and this line. Okay, so this null line actually so if you see this null line which is x dot is equal to 0, which means if the trajectory which passes this null line, while passing, it will have only vertical component and it will not have any horizontal component because x dot is 0. Okay, so if I draw a vector, it will have only vertical component, but we do not know whether it's vertically upward or downward. Okay, that we need to identify. So how are we going to similarly, before that, similarly for this line, it will not have any vertical component, it will have only horizontal component, but we do not know whether it's in the direction towards right side or left side. Okay, that we need to identify. Okay, how are we going to identify that? Okay, so now if you see this null line actually divide this entire plane into 4 regions. Okay, so entire plane into 4 regions, and if you see this region y dot is 0. Okay, so here x dot is 0, and what about here? Here x dot is positive and y dot is negative. How do we know that? All we have to do is choose some point in this region, okay, and that will provide you this information. And similarly, you could understand how the x dot and y dot is going to be in this region as well as in this region and in this region. Okay, now let's come to and in the similar fashion you could choose one point, okay, along this null line, okay, and we could verify whether it's gonna have vertically upward or downward. Okay, and if we do that, we will get to know that this will be vertically downward and this will be vertically upward, and this one will be towards positive x, and this will be towards positive infinity, and this will be towards negative infinity of x. Okay, so we could draw the vector field for the null lines, and in these regions we know that say in this region, okay, we know that the vector will be like this because x dot is also negative and y dot is also negative. Okay, but how much we do not know. I mean, in order to know that, then we have to substitute in the in that equation. We need to identify, but we are not going to do that. But we are qualitatively we can understand that it will have the direction like this, and similarly we know that this is going to, this region is going to have the direction like this, and this is going to have the direction like this, and this is going to have the direction like this. Okay, So maybe if my initial conditions are the state is close to this line, maybe it will be more in the horizontal direction. Okay, if it's along this line, maybe more it will be along the vertical direction. Okay, like that we could construct the vectors. Okay, the vector field. And once we construct the vector field, then we could approximately draw the line. Okay, and that will provide us the trajectory. Okay, so that's how qualitatively we can. I didn't use much of mathematics, but qualitatively we can have an understanding about how the system is going to behave. Okay, and also we could understand there are some regions in which we will end up over here, and there are some regions in which we will end up over here, and same goes for here and here as well. Okay, so finally this is the phase portrait, and in this phase portrait people will make an easy mistake, which is considering this line, okay, which is exactly going towards the equilibrium point. So people consider that line as a null line. Okay, that line is a null line, but this line is very different from this line. Okay, so see, this is a saddle node. Okay, so in one direction it's going in this manner, and along the another trajectory it's going towards the equilibrium point. Okay, and this is the line which is known as stable manifold, and this is the line which is known as unstable manifold. Okay, and this line, which is the border, okay, which divide the whole plane into two domain, where if the initial condition fall in this region, then it will end up over here, and if it's in this region, it will be end up over here. Okay, so one thing you need to remember is this is not a null line. Okay, but identifying this line, which is this line, is one of the challenge in the nonlinear dynamics. Okay, so even compared to null line, this line is very important, because this is going to tell us how the for a given initial condition, what's going to be the fate. So identifying this line is important. At the same time, it's not an easy thing like identifying the null line. Okay, so I hope now you have got some understanding about how to construct the phase portrait qualitatively. Okay, and in the following examples we will try to construct the phase portrait qualitatively. You could also use a numerical method in order to check your qualitative understanding or qualitative prediction. Okay, thank you.